Welcome back from that short break. In case you're just joining us, this is the News International Edition, and we're coming to you live from our Vision Group headquarters here in Kampala, Uganda. Now, Kubik is proud of its pioneering climate-friendly technology that recycles one of the world's environmental curses, plastic waste, into construction blocks. Getting funding for the award-winning Ethiopian startup, however, has not been easy. We have a video for this.
Kubik takes in bundles of discarded plastic and sorts them into piles. Selected plastics are mixed, melted and combined with additives and then molded into the desired shape. The result? Black beams and interlocking blocks, which today are being assembled in a pilot project, the building of a daycare center in the capital, Addis Ababa. This site has no cranes or cement mixer, just a concrete floor on which 4 workers make a wall by fitting the blocks together like a Lego, tapping them with their mallet to ensure a good fit. There is no glue or cement. The beams bolted together on all 4 sides of the walls hold the structure up.
Like you said, it's mainly plastic waste, recycled plastic waste that that forms into these construction materials. As far as assembly, the idea is for it to be super simple. You would need an engineer, a contractor, and you have a manual, and the whole point is to get it done with inexperienced workers, obviously under supervision. So it's ease of assembly is there. It's very easy and simple.
Kubik's CEO, Kidus Asfa, 36, said he battled to get seed money for his company.
So what we're able to do today in the one factory that we have in Ethiopia is convert 13 million kilos of plastic waste every single year and convert it into over 5,000 affordable housing units every year. When it comes to raising money as a startup, it's an uphill battle in the beginning, and it's a very scary thing, especially when it's the first startup that you're forming. In my case, I was very fortunate that I had a group of people, both from family, friends, business acquaintances from the past, that really knew me, really believed in what we were doing, and were willing to give us that initial catalytic seed that we needed to get going.
Sergio Pimenta, Vice President for Africa at the International Finance Corporation World Bank Group, says there is need for increased funding for African startups. There are very few business angels in Africa. There are very few investors financing this kind of sector. The International Finance Corporation, which I represent, i.e. the World Bank Group, has launched a number of initiatives in Africa to make up for this shortfall by financing African startups. We've just launched a $180 million fund that will be deployed in Africa precisely to fill this gap. Speed and the smart use of unwanted plastic aren't the only benefits. The recycling generates just a fifth of the carbon from cement making. If Kubik's plant processes 45 tons of dished plastic each day, that's 100,000 tons of carbon dioxide averted each year, the company says. There is a trickle-down effect socially too, boosting the economy's many informal waste pickers, many of whom are women.
Now, Twitter has threatened to sue Meta, the parent company of Instagram, just hours after it launched Threads, an app it hopes will beat out the struggling site owned by Elon Musk. In a letter to Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg published online on Thursday, Mark's lawyer Alex Spiro accused the company of unlawful misappropriation of Twitter's trade secrets and other intellectual property. The letter accused Meta of hiring dozens of former Twitter employees who had and continue to have access to Twitter's trade secrets and other highly confidential information.
Threads is the biggest challenger yet to Musk-owned Twitter, which has seen a series of potential competitors emerge but not yet replace one of the world's biggest social media platforms despite its struggles. Zuckerberg's latest move against Musk further heightened the rivalry between the two multi-billionaires who have even agreed to meet for hand-to-hand combat in a cage match. Threads went live on Apple and Android app stores in 100 countries on Wednesday, and early feedback noted its close but scaled-back resemblance to Twitter. Within a few hours, more than 30 million people had downloaded Threads, Zuckerberg said on Thursday. Feels like the beginning of something special, but we've got a lot of work ahead to build the app, Zuckerberg wrote on his official Threads account. Accounts were already active for celebrities such as Jennifer Lopez, Shakira, Oprah Winfrey, and Hugh Jackman, as well as media outlets including The Washington Post and The Economist. Zuckerberg wrote, "It will take some time, but I think there should be a public conversations app with 1 billion plus people on it," adding that Twitter, which boasts more than 200 million daily users, failed to achieve that. Musk, meanwhile, retweeted an image that said Threads logo resembled a tapeworm. Metaphorically too, he added. Threads was introduced as a spin-off of Instagram, giving it a built-in audience of more than 2 billion users and sparing the new platform the challenge of starting from scratch. Instagram chief Adam Mosseri told users that Threads was intended to build an open and friendly platform for conversations. Meta has its legion of critics too, especially in the major market of Europe, which could slow the growth of Threads. The company has been criticized for its handling of personal data, the essential ingredient for targeted ads that help it rake in billions of dollars in profit. One rule restricts platforms from moving user data between products, as would potentially be the case between Threads and Instagram.
We'll definitely be keeping our ears to the ground with regards to Threads. And now, finally, from Spain, crowds gathered for the first run with the bulls during the iconic San Fermin Festival in Pamplona, Spain. 6 people were injured early on Friday, none of them seriously, in the first bull running race of Spain's San Fermin Festival. Medics reported 6 people were taken to hospital for injuries to face or limbs from falling or being trampled over during the first race of the festival in the northern city of Pamplona. Red Cross spokesman Jose Alando told reporters the bull runs where thousands turn out to watch or join a group of half-ton bulls racing through narrow cobbled streets traditionally began on July 7th and take place every morning at 8 a.m. for 8 days. Bull running events are a highlight of summer festivities across Spain, with the best known being the San Fermin Festival, which was made famous by Ernest Hemingway's 1926 novel, The Sun Also Rises. 16 people have died in the San Fermin bull runs since 1911. The last death occurred in 2009 when a bull gored a 27-year-old Spaniard. And that's all the international news we had for you this week. We'll be back again on Monday at 4 p.m. Thank you for watching and do have yourselves a fantastic weekend.